The book is called Putting a Face on America, and it's about the people I met on a walk from Blaine, Washington to Key West, Florida. The purpose of the walk was to pray for America, and the dream began back when I was 11 years old. I had the desire then with a girlfriend to go across America, and at that time it was to bicycle, but over the years I took up walking, got into that, and when 9/11 happened, my husband and I looked at each other and we said, it's time to walk across America and pray for the nation. We walked through 15 states, 4,026.5 miles, and we went through about 8 pair of shoes. Should have gone through more, but shoe stores were hard to find in some of those rural areas. The purpose was to pray for America, and we prayed in different ways. One thing we did was pray at every town. We prayed for cars, the cars coming toward us. We always walked facing traffic, and we'd wave at every car, and with every wave went a prayer for the people that were in that car. And as we also prayed for people who came out and gave us requests, specific requests to pray for them, for either some family member that was sick, or for salvation for somebody, or different things, whatever they had a need. At a Wendy's restaurant one night, we were invited to eat there on the house, and the manager had asked us, is it okay if my crew comes out and sits with you and asks questions when they're not busy? And they did. They came out and asked questions, and one young man asked the question, why do you feel it's important to pray across America? Why can't you just sit in your living room and pray? And my answer to him was that it is great to pray in your own home, and that's important. But for this period of time, for right now, we have felt that God has led us to pray step by step across America. And while, you know, it's all good, it all has its purpose, God also places a burden on our hearts at times to do specific things, and we need to be obedient to follow that calling and to do what we feel God is calling us to do. The people of the Crow Indian Reservation, for instance, in Montana, this was probably the experience that we enjoyed the most. But the Crow Indian people were wonderful people, and we'd been warned that we might be in danger if we went through there. But we had really prayed about it and felt like God was saying, go. You need to go through there. And we found that people were just incredible. They would come, they heard about us, and came and asked us for specific prayer requests. One family had lost 3 family members to death in 1 year. And they said, we've turned to alcohol. We don't know where else to turn. And what an opening, what an opportunity to share the love of God, and to promise them we would pray for them, and to pray for them right then. In Florida, we had some men outside of a bar that were heckling us as we went past. And our first instinct was to just keep walking and ignore them. But immediately it was like a voice was saying to me, and not an audible voice, but a voice that just said, you need to go back and talk to those men. And we did. We turned around, went back, talked to them, explained what we were doing, and their whole attitude changed. It was beautiful. They were just, you know, awed by what we were doing. And they told us, we don't believe in prayer, but that's great that you do. And as we got ready to leave, one of them said, would you pray for Bob? And he was Bob. So we knew that though he might say he doesn't believe in it, he does believe there's something to it. And we found that to be very true all across America. I just spoke at a church in Dallas, or in the Dallas area, and a little 8-year-old boy raised his hand afterwards and said, I want to pray and walk across Texas. That's a big state, but he really wants to do it. And his mother told me the next day, he's really serious about this. And not that he will do it right then, but that it's something that he wants to look forward to. So my challenge now to other people is to challenge people to really consider whether God would have them walk across their state and pray for their state.